Okay. Okay. Done another one of these bad boys. Thought I'd do it, relaxing Sunday afternoon. A little coding. Doing a little bit more of what we were doing yesterday. Real quick before I go too wild. I'm gonna grab this bad boy here. I'm gonna send this link out real quick. Not sharing it to too many people just yet. That's okay. It's the second day of streaming. Yesterday was a big learning day, right? Mindset, grind set mindset. Boom, look at that. Yeah, just sending the link to some friends. That's all it is. Nothing too wild. Okay. Oh no. Same error as yesterday about the YouTube not receiving enough video. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to try to figure out this error real quick. I'll do that live. I wonder what's going on. Okay, well, the thing I looked up said not to really worry about it. I'm going to check out a couple settings in OBS real quick and make sure that all my output and stuff looks okay. I mean, so far so good. I'm not really that worried about it. We're just going to do the stream for fun. Oh, I have unsaved changes. No, don't save changes. Okay. So great. You'll never believe it. Yesterday, after I called it quits, we dealt with some issues with TS Node. We checked out our boy Hashlip. Hashlip had some answers. And I went off. I sorted out some of the issues. And I went ahead and I made a little wallet in the terminal. Right? So I got the Solana stuff set up here. So if I do a Solana balance, check that out. I actually got 4 Sol. So it means that I have a balance here. I have a wallet in my terminal. I actually went one step further than that because this is cool. This is cool. But I said, you know what? Let's make it so that I can actually see it. So I set up a little phantom wallet here in my Firefox. And boom, look. I've got a little terminal wallet with free money. I just made that money for myself. Obviously, check it out. Where is it? Change network. I'm on the DevNet. So it's just money that I airdropped myself just to make sure that I could do it. So I have a wallet here that I can work with. I've got a wallet here that I can work with. Wallet there that I can work with. So that's all good news. And that means that we can actually keep going through the Metaplex documentation. So I'm thinking today it might be good if we can kind of just get through the rest of the Create Candy Machine. Then maybe we'll hop over and we'll do a little something with the Exiled Apes Candy Machine Mint page. I said yesterday, but I'm kind of a scrub when it comes to React and some of this JavaScript web dev stuff. So I'm not going to worry about making it pretty. If I can just get something running, I'll be pretty happy with that. So it's got to be said. I'll be pretty happy. Just getting something, my motto for this is make garbage. So I'm going to make some garbage. Not stress out about it being perfect. I'll perfect it later. It's a learning thing. It's Sunday afternoon. Stream for a little bit. Chill out. Low stress. Low stress. You know what? In fact, let me before we get started, I'm actually gonna send this to a couple people. I think that could be a good meme. Boom. Sent that another link. That's good. So yeah, I figure we'll go ahead and get started here. So first off, on the prepare NFT assets, we already did this yesterday. Like I said, I just downloaded their simple collection, so I'm not really tripping about like worrying too much about this because I've already got my own like art generator. I'm not drawing the art. So I'm not really worried about it. All I want is I want a little candy machine. I want to see some like maybe see a little collectibles in the Phantom wallet. That would be pretty nice. And if all else fails, I've got Soul Scan pulled up here so we can like, in fact, let me do this. Let me go ahead and do this. I'm going to copy this to the clipboard. Can I check this out? Is this how Soul Scan works? Okay, well, we can see the account, and it says that I have 0, so I bet you that I'm on, like, the wrong network. Can I... Is there a way to change that in SoulScan? It's fine. We'll sort it out later. So, validate assets, I'm not worried about it. Upload NFT assets. This is where the real action starts, I think. This is where we actually can like start going through some stuff. I'm gonna go ahead and get into my little Metaplex stuff. Now you might, if you're looking, you might be thinking, well, Dr. Kodak, what's going on? You got everything called Captain Kraken. Well, don't steal my idea. This is what I'm calling the project. This is like based off of those fish stories, you know, from old Captain Kraken. So don't steal my name idea, okay? It's a good one. I've already got the Twitter set up, so you can't steal it. If you steal it, I'll know. And we'll look at the dates and we'll say like, hey, buddy, I got here first. I planted my flag first. So Captain Kraken's Metaplex, and I'm pretty much just gonna copy this in. Their documentation seems pretty good, so I think I can just do that. Except I'm not gonna just copy it in because I'm already here. I can just go straight into packages, CLI, source, candy machine. Look at that. Help upload. So I guess they're looking to see if I can call this and get this output. Now, this is chugging a little bit. It's chugging a little bit. My stream is chugging a little bit too. Oh, my cat's meowing too. But that's okay. Oh, look at that. I got some... Oh. That's not what I want to see. Unable to compile TypeScript. I wonder why that is. You know what I might try to do real quick? I might try to do a yarn install. I wonder if I'm just missing some packages. So I wonder if that'll make any difference there. Got OBS up on my other screen. Okay. So let's try that again. Let's compile a little TypeScript. But it looks like the plan is that if that works, I can upload everything to Arweave temporarily. Well, not temporarily, but like upload my little sample stuff to Arweave. That's so weird. You know, I haven't worked a ton with TypeScript, so maybe I can just Google. Oh, my cat's still meowing. Is there a way to like just download all my modules that I'm missing? Let's see. I cannot find modules. Maybe there'll be like a little Stack Overflow. Oh. Maybe open up a couple of these bad boys. A little live debugging of some issues. Oh no. Claudia, you gotta get down off the desk. You can't help me out here. I'm sorry. Yeah, maybe I'll try the npm install. Maybe Yarn was giving me issues. Nah, you know what? Let me try this. Now I'm thinking about it. Can I do a Yarn build? You know what? Yeah, let's... Ooh, I want to try this. If it doesn't work, it's okay. I can always just like download this stuff again and just put the assets back. It's not that big of a deal. We delete the node modules and the package lock, I think is what it recommended. Yeah, and the package lock. And then I want to do a Yarn install. Yarn gives me fewer issues on my computer than npm does. For some reason, sometimes npm is like not happy. I think it has to do with like some pathing or something somewhere. I'm not super sure, and I'm not really worried about it as long as I can get one of them to work. Okay, so same issue. I wonder what's up. It's giving me diagnostic codes, but I don't feel like I probably can't use that. You know what? Let's go back here. Go through this introduction. Make sure that I actually got everything. Maybe I missed a little step somewhere along the line. So I've done that. Do I need... Is that what it is? So look, let's try that then. Let's try their exact command. Install cdw, cwd. Just what's in this JS directory. Ah, classic misspell. Oh, warning. That's okay. I'm not worried about a warning. You know what? It recommends calling this, and maybe I should have called that earlier. But I didn't because I'm in a rush. Because my little meat brain said, hey man, you're good. And I'm gonna forgive myself because I've got enthusiasm. And enthusiasm's good, yeah? It's all about like wanting to do it. And I want to do it. So I'm happy to just start. I'm happy to start and just like kind of go along. Look at that, even YouTube is saying that my stream is healthy. My stream is taking its vitamins and its minerals. So that's good to hear. All right. This is taking a little while. That's okay. Yesterday we were like in a real kind of panic mode. First stream and everything, we had a little panic meme there. Today we're nice and calm. It's like that. It's Sunday afternoon. Like, how stressed can you really be on a Sunday afternoon? Just hung out this morning a little bit. Did a little workout. Had a little G Fuel. Watched a little anime. It was a good time. I'm getting through Demon Slayer right now. Like, just the new season. Just started. Oh, there's some trouble with my network. Sometimes this happens. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm actually going to hop on a VPN. Ooh, but I don't want it to mess with my stream. So you know what? Yeah, I'm going to hop on a VPN for a second. And hopefully this doesn't destroy my stream. Because sometimes it does this for some reason. It says like, hey, your network is dookie. Please get on a VPN. And that fixes it usually. Let's see. Is YouTube mad about my stream? No, it's not too mad, so that's great. No issues. I wonder if it'll connect. Oh, it's retrying. Oh, it looks like it's making some progress, so that's good news. Great. They should really get rid of these little errors. Kind of makes me worried. Yeah, I'm getting through the new season of Demon Slayer. It's been pretty good so far. Oh no. YouTube is mad again about my stream, probably because of the VPN. Once this is done, I'll hop back off the VPN, and hopefully that'll help alleviate some of the problems. But I didn't like Demon Slayer at first. I gotta be honest, like I wasn't a huge fan of it. Something about the art style like didn't jive with me. But now I'm like, I figured it out. It took me a little while to get into it, but after I got like, I don't know, maybe like 10 episodes in. And I'll admit, some of those like early episodes were a bit of a struggle to get through. Because it's like, I just lost interest. Like, I gotta be honest. It felt a little generic there at times. Like, oh, okay, yeah, he's gotta go help his sister, whatever. Oh, there's this strong guy. Little error. Maybe I'm okay. Oh, the material UI icons. We'll see if that's a big issue. But once I finally got into it, I actually started to enjoy it a good bit. It's got to be said. Oh no. I really hope this works. I wonder what's going on with all these issues. But you know what? I'm not really stressing about it. Eventually, it'd be nice to get to this step, though, where we actually make that main page, and I can do some clicking. And when I click, I can like tell it to connect to my Phantom wallet, and it'll be this like really impressive thing. Oh, look at that. Solana has dropped a little bit since we started. How's it running? It's still trying with the network? That's weird, man. That's okay. If nothing else, I might try to like destroy the Metaplex directory for a minute and re-clone it And maybe if I reclone it and like start fresh and like don't have deleted the package lock and stuff, maybe I'll have better luck. I don't think that's why this is happening, but maybe it wouldn't hurt. I don't know if it finished, but it stopped. Let's tell you what. Let's do this. Let's actually run this command that it's recommending. You know, use the meat brain to its full capabilities, to its full capacity. I mean, it's effectively doing the same thing as like when we called the help function earlier. Yeah. So look, let's do this. Let's get the GitHub for the Metaplex going again. Let's do that. I'm gonna step up what? rf-rm Metaplex. Just say like, let's forget this thing. Do another little git clone. Let's clone that bad boy. Maybe start fresh. I'm gonna disconnect from the VPN. If I don't need to be on it, I don't want to be on it. Am I stuck over here? Am I still receiving objects at 43%? You know, it's saying that most, like, it'll be NPX runnable in the future. I wonder if I could do it. Probably not. Okay. Well, maybe like what I did there and like where I got off the network kind of killed it. The remote end hung up unexpectedly. That's weird. Maybe I gotta get back on the VPN. I don't know why I'm having these sorts of problems, but every once in a while that sort of thing happens to me where just like for a day I'll have these issues. And it helps to be on the VPN for like Git. I don't know what's going on, man. I gotta sort that out sometime. Please don't be stuck at 43% again. Okay, well I'm still pulling. That number's going up slowly. Real slow. Okay, I did a big jump there. Oh wait, maybe I didn't. It was already 9. All good. No panic today. We're keeping the stress level low. Just to get us started, you know? Maybe once we get started and like we make a little progress, then we can do a little panicking if we really want to. Like maybe that'll be fun to just do a little bit of panicking. Let's use that same command again. Oh, /JS doesn't exist. Oh, I did it backwards. Yeah, hopefully this time it'll actually go through. It'll maybe actually connect to the network and stuff instead of like connecting halfway through. It looks like it's going faster this time. Come on, let's pray for good luck here. Trying to get a little Metaplex going. Ooh, I'm back up to excellent connection, man. That's good news. That's what I want to see. You know, shout out Metaplex though. Like they really made this. Like you know, all things considered, like considering what we're trying to get done here, they've done like a pretty good job. Like there's relatively few steps. You know, as long as you don't like run into issues or, you know, get too discouraged. Like you could reasonably make like a real NFT project even if you're not like super literate with coding or, you know, anything crypto. You could still do it. I could see where like the art generation stuff would really slow people down. But I also think that if you are like really determined to do it, you'll make it happen. But I think it'll be fun to put something out on Solana. That's like the main reason why we're here, you know. Just getting a little project out there. I'd make it like super cheap, maybe even free. Because it costs nothing to mint on Solana compared to like Ethereum especially. Oh, that one just took a really long time. That's okay. We just got one left. But I think people really like what I'm building here. Like the idea and the lore. We'll get a little Discord set up. That'll be good. I'm excited, man. I'm waiting here with bated breath. I'm like Blathers waiting for a fish. Anyone else remember that from like Animal Crossing? That always like weirded me out. Oh no. Warnings. Lots of warnings, man. Hopefully no errors. Like I'll accept some warnings. Bated breath. Yeah, you remember bated breath. That always freaked me out because it made me think that he was going to eat them. Because that's how like Blathers always talked about. Because, you know, he ran the museum, right? So you would pop into the museum to give him a new fish. And I think he always acted like he was going to eat the fish. And so he was an owl. And I thought, that's weird. Do owls eat fish? What would that owl pellet look like? Bunch of scales? And like little cartilage bones? But he was always grossed out by bugs. I wonder what that... Because I'm pretty sure owls eat bugs. Cortana don't become an NFT. Cortana might become... Cortana might make all of Chief's experiences into an NFT. That might be what she does. And she'll have to sell them back to Chief so he can remember the things that happened. Do owls eat bugs? Let's find out. Yeah, owls do eat bugs. So I don't know what Blathers was tripping about. Cortana's NFT is a Fabergé egg. That would be pretty good. Or like, do they have Fabergé eggs that are puzzle boxes? Puzzle box Fabergé egg. I don't even know if I spelled that right. Like I don't. A tradition stave puzzles. Let's see what this guy's got while we're still installing here. Traditional puzzles start with the finest art available. Oh, the scaly owl turd. Yeah, the owl pellet. Because, yeah, owls poop, but they also, like, spit up everything they can't digest. So it would be, like, covered in scales. Could you imagine? I could imagine that. Yeah. It would kind of look like maybe this guy. Except imagine, like, salmon scales and, like, little salmon eggs dotting the egg. That's kind of how I imagine it. That could be a funny one. Owl pellet NFT. You have to open it and find out what the owl ate. Oh, you dissected owl barf? Yeah, we did too. We had to do that. I think it was in 7th grade, 6th or 7th grade. And it was, I think most of them were full of mice. And they smelled awful. I remember that was the big thing. These things just, I mean, you know, it kind of makes sense. It's like half digested, thrown up owl. Fabergé barf is like ambergris? What is ambergris? Should I be afraid to look that up? Oh no. Sold on pods. I've never heard this word. This is incredible. Solid, waxy, flammable substance. I appreciate you, Wikipedia, but maybe later. Is this the same stuff that, like... No, this is not, like, whale throw up, is it? That's, like, super valuable? I don't know. I'll look into this, like, later, because ambergris is actually, like, kind of interesting, because it reminds me of, like, those stories that you hear about how whale barf is more valuable than gold. You know, like, they always, I remember seeing that on, like, one of those, like, kind of douchey Spike shows, like, you know, maybe like a Mansers or something, like, if you mine whale puke, you'll be a billionaire. Mansers, you know. Mansers, man, that was what a gem. What a gem that was. Comes into Pawn Stars with an NFT. You know, really though, most, like, I don't see why pawn shops wouldn't be in on NFTs. Legitimately. Because realistically, their whole thing is, hey, you give me an object, I will give you some money for it. And if you come back and pay me back, you can have the thing back. Otherwise, I get to keep the object. Like, that's smart contract 101. Honestly, forget what I'm doing here. I should just be writing smart contracts for pawn shops that they just plug a little NFT into one side of it. And, you know, you got, like, dates and money and time and all this stuff and whether or not, like, money's been transferred. That's a $1 billion industry right there. I mean, how big is the pawn shop industry as it is? Pawn shop industry, right? Like, industry trends. Like I wonder if it's huge. You know, they're not doing so good because people got to go into the pawn shop, right? So really, what we should be doing is entirely electronic and NFT based pawn shops. You know, could you actually that's kind of a cool idea. You run an online pawn shop for NFTs where you loan out like some Solana or Ethereum in exchange for an NFT. Maybe you do it at like, you know, slightly above floor price or something of that collection. Then you give them the Solana, and if they come back and return Solana, they get their NFT back. You know, maybe a little interest or whatever built in there. But if they don't, you keep their NFT, and then you can try to sell it on your own there. That obviously takes like some liquidity up front, but that's kind of a fun idea, I think. And then maybe Spike will approach, you know, like imagine a crew of NFT pawn shop salesmen, and Spike TV will approach us, or maybe the History Channel would approach us and say, "Hey, we like your idea. You know, maybe like we'll fund you for a season of man, what would you call it? We'll fund you for a season of the show where you like do NFT pawning." You know, we could like you just copy the formula of Pawn Stars, right? You could someone's got to be Chumley, someone's got to be Big Hoss. Is that what his name was? Like Rick Harrison. Yeah. Big Hoss. Someone can be Big Hoss. Someone can be Chumley. Rest in peace, old man. We'll never tarnish his legacy by copying him. But look at him. Look at how much weight he's lost. Look how happy he looks. And honestly, I don't know if Pawn Stars is still going on. So maybe we can get Rick Harrison in as like, he'll be our buddy that we go to consult. We'll consult with Rick and say like, "Hey, Rick, what do you think of this NFT? What do you think we should give him for it?" And he'll say, "I don't know, I'll give you a couple bucks." Right? Like he'll do the couple bucks thing that he always does. You know, he offers nothing for it, and then we'll have like, oh man, we'll have experts come in and evaluate the NFT value for us. Like we'll have experts from Twitter come in and like negotiate and like talk about how valuable these NFTs really are. I think that's hilarious. They'll say like, "Oh yeah, you know, floor price might be like 2.5 Solana, but that's at auction. That's at auction, right?" And you know, you really frustrate them, but they take it because they want to like use that little bit of liquidity that they got there to go try to get in on a mint. And they think that they can flip the mint, make a little bit of profit there. I think there's something to this. NFT pawn shop. Like, it's just asking to be done. In fact, let's just do a little quick search. NFT pawn shop. Oh. NFTI? NFTFi? Oh, someone beat me to it. That's okay. You don't always have to be the first one to do the idea. Sometimes you just got to be the best one to do the idea. Yeah, borrowed 3.5 ETH using an NFT that had sold for 3.25 as collateral. Huh. Yeah, man. This is crazy. That's exactly what my idea was. I mean, I guess it's kind of an obvious idea. No surprise that like we end up there. But hey, maybe Spike TV is still looking for maybe Spike TV is looking for somebody to like make that a TV show. That could be a good one. If it's a TV show, I'd watch it. Right? And then like you could make, you could do like what the History Channel does, where apparently they fake it. So they give people these like items that are much more valuable than they really are to come into the pawn shop. But you could actually like follow these people's experience of trying to sell their thing, and then what do they use that like liquidity for? You're solving like the NFT illiquidity problem. Do they go out and like do they participate in another mint? Because that's kind of funny. They're sitting there like trying to click the mint button, and then what if they miss the mint? That's a huge bummer for them. Or they can't flip it, or they like have to try to take a loss, and then you give them a week or something, so you just watch this like really sweaty week for them where they try to make that money back so that they can get their NFT back. I mean, at that point, for me, I would probably just, sell the NFT in the first place. I can't imagine that, like, most pawn shops, like, really get away with making, or, like, people who pawn their stuff really get away with making their stuff. Like, really making their money back. Because I think it's that kind of thing where, like, I mean, for Pawn Stars, like, they spend half the show just trying to, like, sell the stuff that they have bought. People come in, they, like, negotiate prices, Admittedly, I haven't watched Pawn Stars in a really long time. The last show that, like, the last History Channel show I remember watching was American Pickers. Now that's a classic, American Pickers. Because they go in and just amass a bunch of garbage from people's garages and say, like, if I bought all of this, how about you give me a deal on that other thing? And then they, like, fix it up and try to resell it for, like, 30 times the price. That was always the thing that, like, really shocked me. And you would think that people would be really upset about it. Because, like, on the show, they would put that little screen at the end, almost like a video game, where they, like, show how much they paid for the item. What, like, little refurbishment costs or, like, repair costs were. And then what they sell the item for. And they always sold it for, like, maybe they would buy the item for, like, $100. And then they'd go back and sell it for, like, $1,700. And, more power to them for being able to make their money doing that. But that's got to be really frustrating as, like, a viewer. If you were the guy that sold something. Maybe you're really excited that, like, hey, I'm going to end up on American Pickers. You tell your whole family. To, like, check it out and watch. Everybody gets around and you're talking like, yeah, I sold this garbage for $100. Like, can you believe those idiots bought it for $100? And then you look like the idiot for, being bamboozled. Thinking here you are making a ton of money when it turns out you didn't. Pawn NFT to invest in ship tanking, and then you lose everything. Now, that's entirely possible. But the inverse situation, or maybe the reverse situation, you pawn your NFT, you invest in SHIB explodes, and then you're able to buy you're able to buy the pawn NFT shop. The NFT pawn, you just buy it outright. You come back and say, I would like to purchase my NFT. And I'd also like to purchase your business. A real Shark Tank moment there for you. You know, you come in and you say, Pawns, I would like for you to purchase my NFT for this amount of money, and then they agree. You know, at this point, the chat is so far behind because, like, YouTube is very upset at me. That for my slow responses, I apologize. I think it probably has to do with how long it's taking for this Metaplex stuff to build. Oh, look at that. My wife's home. My dogs are honking because they are excited. Yeah, Pawn Stars is about the deals. My favorite part about Pawn Stars, though, are all of Rick Harrison's buddies. Hey, sell the heirlooms. Yeah, exactly.
Your wife is home.
Hello, wife.
Hello, wife.
Welcome to the stream, wife.
Who's streaming?
Hmm?
You're streaming?
I'm streaming, yeah.
Streamer.
Yeah.
You want me to go buy you some streamers?
Yeah, could we go buy me some streamers so I can lick them? I can lick them on stream and I'll go viral on TikTok for licking streamers because they're salty.
You have one viewer?
Yeah, I got a viewer.
Who's a viewer?
Psychotic Mango.
Hey! Welcome to the stream, Psychotic Mango.
Oh, he's been here.
Oh.
You welcome you to the stream.
Welcome me.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, goodbye. Hello, Fuji. You just coding?
Yeah, I'm building a Metaplex store right now. That's what we're waiting on for here. I was talking about the idea for
What is a Metaplex?
Oh, don't worry about it. Don't worry about what Metaplex is. Okay. It's part of it. You'd have to watch the whole stream. You know, I talked about it yesterday, I think. Maybe I'll get back around to it. But we're just building this out. I wish I would have realized that it was going to take this long. I thought I had done this step, but then I had to delete everything and then restart. But now it's working, so I'm not that worried about it.
Hey, Kodak. Forgot your name for a second. Why don't you just look at him?
Did your friend in high school's neighbor, like, did they actually have something that they sold on Pawn Stars, or did History Channel give them, like, Abraham Lincoln's hat to go onto there and sell? Because people always have, like, ridiculous items. And even with American Pickers, I would be upset. Because for the clients that they pick for, because you still feel like you're getting bamboozled. I mean, I guess for them, you know, they're getting rid of some garbage, and so that has some value to them that's not just monetary. But they always come back and they're like, yeah, we got this, like, a one-of-a-kind thing from the 30s that every other one of them is destroyed, and this is the last remaining one. And they paid the guy like $20 for it, and then the pickers resell it in Nashville for, you know, $40,000. Oh, my stream health is excellent again. That's great to see. Oh, it's already errored again. That's okay. We're going to do a little bouncing back and forth. And we're waiting on the terminal. I have 2 likes. Wow. Look at this. We're on the come up. the before you know it, I'll be on trending. You know, they'll say, "This guy's a genius. He just came up with a $1 billion NFT business idea live on stream. Maybe if we watch this guy, we'll get free NFT alpha, and he'll be calling all the shots." Before you know it, I'll be in here saying, "Look at me, I'm the most empty house, most woke millionaire. Look at that," and we're done. They'll say, like, "I'm the most empty house millionaire. Doctor, what's your prescription for the next great big NFT?" And I'll come in there and I'll say, the next big NFT is actually a celebrity NFT, Rick Harrison's pawn shop NFT. And, you know, Rick Harrison is the new Snoop Dogg. Let's go epic marriage moment. Epic marriage moment, indeed. Isn't love and matrimony epic? I think it is. Let's actually try this command this time. Boom, we're gonna do it. But I'm gonna type it in. I like typing in the command. It makes me remember it better. Oh, I gotta go to... I'm skipping ahead a little bit. I got excited there. Packages, CLI, source, candy machine, version. Please. Please, terminal, I need you to help me here. Give me a version. I bet it doesn't work again. That's my prediction. We're not in panic mode, so it's okay. I think before next time I stream this again, I'll have to check out like why it is that YouTube's having so many issues. Saying that it's not getting enough video. Oh, look at that! Amazing! It actually worked. Okay. We're picking up a little steam. Americana is garbage. Not all Americana is garbage, but there's a lot of Americana that's like respected just because it's old. Yeah, if it's just gonna rot in your barn, how valuable is it? Yeah, here's actually, I've got a little thought here, and it's gonna take me a second to like work it out. But like we go back to, you know, we have archaeologists go to like Egypt and Mesopotamia and Rome, and they're like digging through stuff, right? And obviously, like, it's very like exciting when they find these like grand, you know, pharaohs and like burial rooms and all this stuff that like was purposefully preserved, right? Like these cultures would purposefully preserve these items so that like for their for progeny. I am playing music, but they would like purposely preserve this stuff, right? And every once in a while you see like, you know, little throwaway things, right? Like there's the classic like little kid caveman kid with his little drawing or whatever. Was it a cave? I don't remember. Or like you'll find like writing, like ancient Roman writing of like you know, Augustus was here. You know, what was his name? Ezio the Cocus, whatever, right? So like they'll find this garbage, right? So like let's say 10,000 years from now, or like 3,000 years from now. Oh, it says my encoding is like really angry. Maybe that's why. So they'll say like 10,000 years or like a few thousand years from now, they'll like find our Americana garbage and they'll say like, wow, look at this. This is, this tells us so much about the society. You know, like that's kind of a funny idea. I'm going to turn the bit rate down a little bit. Maybe that'll help with YouTube's issues. Because I'm not sure if it's an internet issue or if it's like I'm running on a, it's not a potato, like it's a pretty good laptop. My dog's chewing in the background. That's okay. You know, it's just a Sunday afternoon. We're not really stressing. I wonder if I give it a second, if it'll like pick back up. Yeah, no panic, no panic. We're not in a panic zone. I gotta back up and start ignoring the YouTube big yellow error banner for a second. Otherwise, I'm gonna panic. Let's go back to this command then. And like actually try to, well, I don't need to do that because I know it works. If I can do help upload, I know I'm good. I will need to update this though, like because I didn't put any assets in there, you know, right now. So I'll have to put some assets in there. So let's do that. Let's do an assets folder. And then over here, I've got them in a folder over here. Gonna drag them over. Boom. Look at those assets. We got the classic red square and green square. Wouldn't you like to have that as an NFT? I wouldn't. Oops. Let's go to that one. Yeah. And let's actually try to run the command this time. Packages. So let's do upload. Go to assets. Yeah, we're going to be on the DevNet still. And then for key pair, we're gonna pass in that same file because I've got it set up the same. devnet.json. And we'll see if it works. Oh, my stream is healthy again. I have an excellent connection. Wow. Would you believe it? That's exciting. Yeah, maybe before next stream I'll figure out why that error keeps popping up and try to fix it. You know what? My desktop audio is recording, like outputting very low. So maybe that's a little better. Maybe it's too loud. It's got to be said. Oh no. It only works on mainnet. Oh, okay. So this is the problem. I can't do this on... I wonder why. I'm not sure, but I'll figure it out another time. You know, we've solved one or two problems. I mean, that's what this is. That's what, like, it is a streaming laptop. Don't worry. You know what? We solved a couple problems, right? And that's, you know, I will watch more Linus Tech Tips. Maybe I will watch his tech tip on how to fix it. I will get a PC when I can bully some Twitter account to give me a PC. That's the... Yeah, get a PC so I can play Halo. Oh, man. I'm, like, looking at the stream to see where it is, and it's, like, behind a little bit. Maybe if I didn't have that, like, bad connection, wouldn't be so far behind.